sure you heard about the games. Game 1 I started.
Mm-hmm.
I threw well. I had 8 Ks in 4 innings, but I mean, like they were just battling. Their like 2-strike approach was literally like it doesn't matter if you catch a fastball this deep and foul it straight back, like that's fine. So I mean, they were just getting me super deep in accounts. So I was like 98 pitches after like 4 innings.
You hit 94?
Yeah. One of the kids I played with on the future games, he was on that team, so I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, like first inning you're like sitting 90 to 93 and top 94.
Arms feeling good?
Yeah.
You feeling tired at all?
Mm-mm.
Maybe we'll pop a 95 by the end of the summer. Let's see just how good we can get this summer. Stuff's good. Your velo's good. You know, your body's catching up now. We got to make sure you're actually pitching. Not just a high school pitcher. Next level pitcher.
Yeah. You need me to throw on my turf for this or no? No, it doesn't matter.
All right, you're good. Then coming up, any pain? And one more. And close them up. All right, do you feel any differences? Go.
Like from now through July, what you have from a football perspective. 7-on-7s, workouts, morning workouts.
I have a 7-on-7 schedule. I guess I see.
And is that workouts too? Or is it just skilled stuff?
Well, we'll have workouts every week, Monday through Thursday.
So you will have that during the summer?
Yeah.
Okay, and is that heavy on the conditioning, heavy on the strength piece, both?
I am eating both. It really just depends on the day.
All right, so then, dude, you may only come in for one other day then with us.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to set it to where it's like, okay, we know when you're pitching because that helps you with the football stuff, that helps you in here. And then your whole calendar for this stuff is synced up to you pitching on Thursdays. Everyone doing the program with us this summer has fallen into their mound day falls into one of these 4 days.
Yeah.
So, and most guys are on Saturday. So what we need to do is we need to figure out, okay, like most guys are on Saturday, that makes this mound day, that makes this low intent, that makes this long toss, and so on and so forth.
Right.
But then we need to say, okay, like, yeah, this might be long toss day on Monday, but how many other Thursday, Friday, Sunday guys do we have in each group? So let's figure that out. So let's go, like if we take and grab this iPad. You know, like this is Zinkin right here. So Zinkin's a Saturday mound day guy. So the normal schedule is mound. You can abbreviate it however you want to. Low intent. High intent / long toss. Tuesday, pen. Wednesday, low. Thursday, another high LT. And then Friday is their optional. The guys who are coming in today, most all of them should have long toss today. So what I'm curious of, let's go ahead and list out, because there's only a few on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Let's go ahead and list out who is on those days. Thursday,
Right.
Voida, Pearch. Friday, Harper, Freeman. And then Sunday, Zagance, Schofield, Zigmont, Max. So like what this allows us to do is kind of like get the guys to stop for a second and say, what do you have today? For all you normal guys where your mound day is Saturday, here's what we got today. But guys, if you throw on Thursday or Sunday, keep in mind you got low intent.
This is really going to be our first chance to instruct the guys on how we want them to go about that high intent day and how we're going to navigate all that. And then some of the other guys who are maybe mound days Thursday or Sunday, they're going to have a low intent day.
We're starting to really get almost to the max distance, like 80-90%. Really just aiming for that white bar, keeping it high. Then after a little bit of this, maybe like close to 100%, and we'll eventually start bringing it down. Like our partners coming in, really doing pull downs where we go from like top of the cage, down, down, down eventually, and at about head height, really just pulling them down.
Jeffrey and Matt here, just making sure they understand how to put this sequencing into effect when we're trying to stretch out the ball. I mean, this is super effective for guys if you're throwing on a field and you can really see where the ball is going. Today we happen to be inside, so we're just doing it up into the net and using targets. But for both of these guys, they're high level throwers. You know, Jeffrey's a little bit younger than Matt. He also plays outfield, so being able to throw the ball with carry and have all the sequencing on time, especially for those high leverage plays in the outfield, this is big for these guys. Which you'll see now that they've kind of got themselves loose and got some throws in, they're starting to pull these down a little bit more. You know, so we're aiming for green line and then down into the gray. This is going to kind of simulate when you're coming in from long toss and you're kind of hitting that 200, 180, 150 mark. You know, Matt is a 90 plus arm. So again, you know, when he's doing these throws, this ball is going to carry back to 180 or more. You know, Jeffrey being a mid 80s arm, this same throw is going to maybe yield 150, 160 feet. So as we ramp up the intent now, what you'll see is this is truly the pull down that we're talking about. We're trying to get everything synced up to release the ball out front and throw our flattest throw right here. If you guys are on the field, again, these are probably going to be throws that are inside 150 feet, maybe even inside 120 feet. Something I've seen from you, and I saw it when I tried to like take a screenshot of you pitching in game. And it's like you're making a move, you're going down the mound, and you're somewhere in like foot strike, right? And then it's like arm comes up, and you're so quick to get here. Like your torso is so quick to go over your front side that you don't even let this happen. Right? So like when you do this drill, you're doing it at 40, 50%. But the biggest thing, man, is I want you to feel that when you actually let everything go, that's what peels the backside up. That's what's going to take that sticky back foot and do this little circular move with it, that toe tap finish. So you're trying to figure out, like, how do you make a 40 or 50% effort drill translate to down the mound? Because when you go down the mound, your momentum, when you get into foot strike and you go down, it's going to already make the torso do that, right? So that move automatically is going to want to peel that leg up. Okay, and you worked hard on the front side, getting your front side to stick, right? Getting that blocking. Yeah. But dude, if you go straight to that and you skip all the stuff that's supposed to happen back here, you're going to lose it on the other side. Does that make sense? So you have to let it happen naturally, and it's boom, it's low effort. On this particular drill, you're not really trying to get over here. You don't need to. Okay, and like that's gonna play. You're talking about your curveball consistency, slider consistency, the ability to locate change up, splitter, whatever. Like that's the stuff right there. Because on those pitches, you'll try to go too quick. Does that make sense? And that's when they float. They stay up in the zone. They don't do what they're supposed to do. With the fastball, you're good, man. You know how to time that up. But this is all the timing stuff that Greg's talking about. Let that happen right there. Go ahead and try it. Watch this, Jeff. Okay, good, man. That's rhythmic. That front side, man, at 40, 50%, that front side doesn't have to go way over. There you go. Good. There you go. Okay, Jeff, that's better. Okay, that's a pull side miss, right?
Yeah.
Common miss for this. Come on, hit that lefty shoulder of his. It's better. It's better. You just can't be in a hurry, man. Just can't be in a hurry with this. Do one more. Do one more. Low leg lift. Really feel the move forward. There you go. It's your best one yet. You feel that though? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Go do it.
Big guy, low guy.
Yeah. What do you?
Yeah. Come let Matt show you this.
You can just toss your ball. So for this, basically, you're kind of starting like where you would land usually, like probably like foot a little open, kind of same like start as rocker, I guess, and hands like here. The first, so hip, whip, layback. The first thing is hips, so you're gonna kind of rotate your hip, like feel that kind of back foot having to come up. Then the layback is you turning your body, getting to about right here. And the last thing is layback. Kind of let that arm sit back for a couple seconds. And that's it. And that's just kind of the sequence, like really getting that feel of like that arm coming back. Because when you're throwing, you see yourself, like picture you throwing with your arms way back here. That's kind of just what it is. It's kind of same thing. Got 3 sets of 3. So just same thing, hip. Make sure that kind of back foot is coming up, making your hips like hip shoulder separation. You should feel like a string right here. And then whip. Then lay back. And one more. I mean, really, I just like to feel the hip shoulder separation, especially in the first one. Like this feel where you get when you're kind of like shoulders and arms back here, and you feel this tension is really gonna help you like rip down once you're done with it. So kind of that part, and then you feel the layback is just kind of really where you should be as you're turning, like kind of final position. And probably my favorite part is the layback, like really feeling where your arm's gonna be when you're actually throwing, because like everyone's seen a picture of themselves, like I just said to him, like when your arm's crazy like back here when you're pitching. So really kind of just getting that feel of like where it's gonna be. Honestly, just kind of makes me feel more comfortable in that position, like when I'm on the mound and stuff, or when I'm throwing regularly.
Try to keep your chest facing the window. Okay, right over left. Keep your body facing the window. Okay, so tuck your tail, then lean into it. Keep that booty tight. Feel that stretch on the front side of your hip. 30 seconds apiece. If you want to increase the length, that knee's down, you can raise that arm up. All right, if you lift your right knee down, you can raise your right arm up, lengthen it out, right? What does this remind you of? Our walking quad stretch. All right, the reason we do that is we're trying to lengthen that arm, okay? All right, let's switch knees. Let's get your knee up in front, or don't move. Tuck your tail, squeeze your booty first, then push forward a little bit. Find that stretch on the front of the hip. Said if you want to increase it, reach that arm up. Same arm with your left arm. If you want to get even more of a stretch, you can start reaching overhead. Try to keep your hips still, but reach over your head, lengthen it out even more. All right, time, guys. All right, rest of these are out of quadruped. So hands and knees. Now, let's get everything lined up, including your toes, all right? I don't want to see you guys have lazy ankles, so pull your toes under so your ankles flexed as well. All right, abduction first. That's just going straight out to the side. You imagine you got that rubber band around your knees, and you're trying to stretch that band out to the side as far as you can, okay? So 10 one leg, 10 the other. You guys were here last week doing something similar, though we're going to combine some directions today. Last week kept it pretty simple, sprint down, back pedal down, sprint, and I think we did some shuffles. We're going to try and combine some directions today. So remember, agility, speed up, slow down, accelerate, decelerate, all right? So we're sprinting to that last set of cones I was at, and then we're back pedaling back. And I want to see you guys speed up. That's what the middle cones are for. Once you get through the middle cones, you'll start to chop step, slow down, and then back pedal all the way back to where you started. That make sense, Israel? So it's really just a 10-yard sprint and a 10-yard back pedal, but focus on speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. Sprint shuffles. So sprint down, slow down. So sprint, 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 sprint. Chop, 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 chop. Jump in a shuffle. Shuffle back quickly. And stop. All right, so our first shuffles will face that wall. All right, before we go outside and do our 40s for conditioning, we're just going to do our max velocity mechanics. We didn't get to these last week, so I think I was rushing a little bit. Because that's just your high knees, your butt kickers, your straight leg shuffle, and then we'll do a B skip as well. Remember, these mechanics pertain to when we're running at top speed, which we'll do here in a minute, okay? Just looking at those 10-yard cones, the first one's there. High knees. Everyone's going to be doing 2 rounds of everything, down and back, starting with high knees. All right, fire those knees up, pump those up. All right, butt kicker. Remember, not behind, underneath more, okay? Snap your heel straight up to your butt. Good, good, good. All right, legs straight, toes up. Now kick and pull yourself forward with each foot strike. You're a little bit heely, right, on your heel. Yeah, get back under the ball of the foot underneath your own hips. Come on, hustle. Hold it in. Let's talk about recovery. Try to breathe in through your nose. Looking real good. Building from last week. Did some extra sprints. Nobody looked like they were going to throw up. So we're good. All right, you guys remember, if you were here last week, we started on an Olympic lift here. The trap barbell clean pull. Now remember, it's a controlled aggression, thinking like a jump. All right, so bend your knees like you're jumping. You got to get tight in those armpits again. Remember, control it off the ground, and then have a good explosion, trying to stand up tall and get a good shrug of those shoulders, all right? Try not to bend the elbows. Try to keep them straight. Everyone does these 2 bars first, and then you can go into the next 2 if you want. These are 65. That's 85. That's 95. 6 reps. Everyone start on these 2 at a time. Jump in there. 6 and done. All right, hey. Barbell, reverse lunge press, 6 each side. Down, Israel. There you go. Good. Three, 2, 1, go. Standing. Yep. Written down what you did last week. That is the base now. Okay, we only got to do a little bit more today. We try to stack a few workouts like that together, and we add up the results. Okay, you guys probably heard the saying: a little inch a day, a little pound a day will add up to a lot after time. That's all we're looking to do. Smooth sailing, man. It's the lower body day with our speed focus on starts. Everything went smooth as can be with that high school group. Got through it all, completed the reps, and hopefully they took a small step forward by, upping everything by 5 or 10 pounds. And we'll do that for the next month and see where we're at.
All right, guys, we've made it through 2 weeks of the program now. Just really setting up for week 3 to kind of propel us, into the meat of this program. We'll get through week 3, and that'll kind of enter us into what'll be phase 2 of the program and starting to kind of ramp guys up a little bit more as we approach summer ball. All right, so stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more footage for you guys over the next few weeks. Make sure you guys are staying on your daily routines. Stay on your app if you're following along. And we'll catch you guys for the start of week 3.